Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for today, Friday, January 17th, 2025. I am Beverly, Telesford. In the headlines, the Royal Grenada Police Force said permission will be granted for amplified sounds on Independence Day. JetBlue flight from Grenada was among several affected due to SpaceX's Starship's failed test flight. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell awarded honorary professorship by Ningbo University of Technology. In the region, Caribbean countries to have access to 20-valent pneumococcal conjugate vaccine. Internationally, TikTok faces ban in the U.S. by Sunday after Supreme Court rejects appeal. And in sports, Windy struck early on day one before surrendering the momentum. Details to these and other stories right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening, this is GBN's News at 7. In our newscast on Thursday, we reported no licenses will be issued for amplified sounds on Independence Day. Now, the Royal Grenada Police Force, or GPF, is informing the general public that permission will be granted for the use of amplified sounds on the 7th of February.
In our newscast on Thursday, we reported no licenses will be issued for amplified sound on Independence Day. Now, the Royal Grenada Police Force is informing the general public that permission will be granted for the use of amplified sounds on the 7th of February. Individuals or organizations planning to host events or activities that require the use of amplified sounds are kindly asked to submit a written request to the Commissioner of Police no later than 10 days prior to the event date to allow for sufficient processing time. The Royal Grenada Police Force statement comes just hours after the GBN story was aired, following confirmation by an officer attached to the Community Relations Department of the RGPF that no such permission will be given. In fact, the newsroom was told that the information given by the officer was not accurate due to miscommunication. Last year, with less than 48 hours to go before the February 7th celebration of the 50th anniversary of independence, the Royal Grenada Police Force issued a notice cancelling the licenses that were granted to persons for that day, leaving some promoters, business owners, and citizens disgruntled by the decision. Orlando Romaine, the then creative director at the National Organizing Committee for the 50th Independence celebrations, said the RGPF decision to revoke all amplification sound licenses issued sought to ensure that there was no other event that will attract a mass crowd on Independence Day. This year it seems like another approach is being taken as licenses will be granted. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Multiple flights in the Caribbean, including a JetBlue flight from Grenada to New York, were forced to divert or hold as SpaceX's Starship was destroyed during a test flight.
Are those shooting stars? What are those?
Look up, everybody! Look up! Look up!
Many people in the Northern Caribbean were stunned on Thursday evening as the sky was illuminated by falling debris, which appeared like a cluster of comets in the sky. Many filmed this spectacle and quickly uploaded to social media, questioning its cause. This falling debris was actually the remnants of an exploded SpaceX Starship destroyed during a test flight. As a result of this, multiple flights in the Caribbean region were forced to divert or hold. Video footage emerging on social media showed the destruction of the SpaceX Starship as it entered Earth's atmosphere in the vicinity of the Turks and Caicos Islands.
Oh my God. Oh, I wish I was recording.
Oh, so sorry.
I got it. God.
You got it?
Yeah.
Can you send it to us?
Yeah.
It's still going.
Like, is it supposed to blow up? Oh, that was the booster.
That was the booster.
The prototype spacecraft malfunctioned minutes after its launch, and ground communication with the craft was lost. Starship reportedly experienced an anomaly during its test flight, leading to its disintegration. Debris from the failed test flight has been reported over the Caribbean region, particularly to the north of the Dominican Republic and Turks and Caicos Islands. The explosion caused airspace closures that affected departure times of Caribbean Airlines flights last night and early this morning. A JetBlue flight B6350 from Grenada to John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York was forced to circle several times west of Martinique before it was diverted to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, before flying onto JFK. Caribbean Airlines flight BW550, destined for JFK, New York, was forced to return to Port-of-Spain, Trinidad, just before it reached Puerto Rico. Another Caribbean Airlines flight from Georgetown, Guyana to JFK, BW526, had just passed Grenada when it was turned around. The aircraft spent hours circling the skies of southern Trinidad, burning fuel, before it was allowed to land at the Piarco International Airport in keeping with Federal Aviation Authority landing restrictions. According to a brief statement by SpaceX, the unmanned Starship experienced a rapid, unscheduled disassembly. Still with the first segment, a boat builder has been fined and handed down a non-custodial sentence for drug and firearm offenses. Nisha Paul was at the court and filed this report.
A 36-year-old boat builder from Woodland, St. George, has been given an 18-month deadline to pay fines for drug and firearm offenses. Akeem Kimon Francis, who resides at Marion, St. George, was sentenced by Chief Magistrate Francine Foster on Friday at the St. George's No. 1 Magistrates Court after pleading guilty to multiple charges, including trafficking a controlled drug, handling a controlled drug, and possession of a firearm. Francis was jointly charged with businessman Nilon Walker, 43, of Frequente, St. George. Walker, who pleaded not guilty to all charges when the matter came up in court on Tuesday, was discharged due to lack of evidence. Francis, however, admitted to possession of 4 pounds of cannabis valued at EC $9,072, handling 773 grams of cocaine worth $77,300, and firearm parts, including 8 buttstocks, 8 buffer tubes, 5 lower receivers, triggers, pistol grips, and selector levers, which are treated as equivalent to a firearm under Grenadian law. The court fined Francis EC $7,000 for trafficking in cannabis, payable within 18 months or a default sentence of 10 months in prison, EC $15,000 for handling cocaine with a default 7 months imprisonment if not paid in 18 months, EC $10,000 for possession of a firearm, also payable in 18 months. Additionally, he received a 4-year suspended prison sentence on the firearm charge, conditional on not committing any offenses during the next 2 years. Attorney Arlie Gill, who represented Francis in court, successfully argued for fines and a suspended sentence instead of imprisonment, citing his client's cooperation and early guilty plea. The court warned that failing to pay the fines or breaching the conditions of the suspended sentence would result in imprisonment. This case highlights Grenada's firm stance on drug and firearm offenses while offering a rehabilitative opportunity for offenders. Reporting for GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
CaribCoin, the company pioneering a complementary currency designed to facilitate seamless transfers and economic integration within the Caribbean, is reporting strides in 2024, saying the foundation has been laid for its successful implementation in 2025. The update was provided by founder Dr. Jan during the first International ICT Forecast Industry Watch meeting organized by the Caribbean Telecommunications Union. Carib Dollar is designed to facilitate near-instant, low-cost cross-border transfers within the Caribbean, eliminating the need for reliance on the U.S. dollar.
We set up our basis, product development and integration, that's where we're up to. We finalized our product development at the moment so we can issue Carib Dollar, we can distribute it, it can be transferred from businesses to businesses. All this has been set up and works and now can be integrated into payment service provider apps or whoever wants to support in being an agent of Carib Dollar throughout the region. Licensing is on its way. We've just passed a second stack of documents to CIMA, which is the financial authority in the Cayman Islands where CaribCoin is based. We've done a lot of team and network building because we essentially believe this can only be a joint effort of the whole Caribbean. This is nothing a private company can and should do by itself.
This is News at 7. Coming up, 24 clergymen from across the province will join the local clergy in Grenada for the 41st Annual Conference of Diocesan Clergy of the Province of Castries. Stay with us.
At Ariza, we find ways to celebrate you. Little wins or bigger ones. Working hard and staying on track. Meet your need while saving for your dreams with our Chairs to You loan. Get up to $50,000, repayable in up to 10 years, and benefit from a lump sum saving when the loan is repaid. Live those dreams. Follow those steps. Take that leap of faith or invest in yourself. Make a toast. Lift a glass. Cheers to you. Join today and apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom. Your future.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Unlocking opportunities, Excel leads the way in digital advancement every single day. Fair internet access for all to share. Transparent billing with consumer care. Excel through the easy bill, safeguarding our rights. Net neutrality, consumer protection shining bright. Mobile number portability available to you. Switch providers seamlessly. Keep the number true. Excel through the easy bill, promoting fair play in the digital world. Every single day, affordable services are important for all. Through the EC bill, there'll be progress overall. Excel and the NTRCs connecting our communities.
Excel and the NTRCs digitally transforming our space together.
Whoa! Did you hear that? The National Lotteries Authority's Lotto Jackpot is $208,000. Play Lotto today for chances at winning big. Lotto. Play and win a lot of money.
Classic Lighting Caribbean presents Everything Solar and LED, a classic trade show, January 31st to February 2nd, Grenada Trade Center, from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Come experience solar energy at its best through a range of solar-powered products, including solar multicolored floodlights, solar vision floodlights, all-in-one street lights, 3,000 watts portable hybrid generators, solar portable power packs, 48-volt batteries, and 6.3 kilowatt inverters, and more. And introducing our newest solar air condition units. Lower your energy cost with our range of solar products. Be part of Everything Solar and LED Trade Show, January 31st to February 2nd, Grenada Trade Center, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Classic Lighting Caribbean, lighting up our lives.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Make this Christmas happen for everyone this year. With Republic Bank, the finest loans we have to spread the Christmas cheer. With Republic Bank, we can make your dreams come true. Like magic, it will appear. With Republic Bank, make this Christmas happen. With Republic Bank this year. Merry Christmas.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Get so much more with Courts Ready Finance. Whether it's a furniture upgrade or appliance replacement, it's easy when you shop using Courts Ready Finance. Get more flexibility by choosing your payment terms, more affordability with low monthly payments, and more access with fast and easy application. Plus, there's no down payment and you make your first payment in 30 days. Get great deals and gifts with select purchase. Get so much more with Courts Ready Finance. Only at Courts. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
Grenada, the first major bingo event of 2025, is happening on Sunday, February 2nd. Get ready as Megaforce Promotions presents the massive Appreciation Mega Bingo. Everyone's going to be heading to Monroe Plain Field from 5 p.m. for this one, because you can win up to $50,000 in cash. And hear this, the first 1,000 people to enter gets a complimentary drink. And that's not the best part. Tickets are only $40. Buy one and get one free.
That's serious?
Yes, Sunday, February 2nd, Megaforce is doing it big again with the massive Appreciation Mega Bingo.
Testing. Oh, they could have me from front.
Grenadians, the National Celebrations Committee invites you to celebrate the next 50, embracing a future of development, transformation, and unity as we ready ourselves to mark the Grenada's 51st anniversary of independence. On February 7th, 2025, activities include the Independence Monarch Competition semifinals, January 25th at Lassaget's Playing Field, with the final carded for Saturday, February 1st at the Sutters Bus Terminal. National Church Service, February 2nd, 3 p.m., Crossview RC Church. February 6th, National Colors Day, Interministerial Competition and Independence Cultural Extravaganza from 7 p.m. at the Grenfell Bus Terminal. And on Friday, 7th, it's the grand finale at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium, the Independence Day Rally, Military Parade, and Made in Grenada Expo. Let's all celebrate in true Grenadian unity, the anniversary of our 51st independence.
Grenada is such a beautiful country.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Make this Christmas happen for everyone this year. With Republic Bank, the finest loans we have to spread the Christmas cheer. With Republic Bank, we can make your dreams come true. Like magic, it will appear. With Republic Bank, make this Christmas happen. With Republic Bank this year. Merry Christmas.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back to the news at 7. On January 15th, 2025, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell was awarded an honorary professorship by Ningbo University of Technology during his official visit to the People's Republic of China. This prestigious recognition coincides with the 20th anniversary of the resumption of diplomatic relations between Grenada and China. The honorary professorship reflects deep appreciation for Prime Minister Mitchell's leadership and vision in advancing international collaboration and development. It also highlights the commitment of both nations to strengthening their partnership in areas such as education, innovation, and digital technology. Prime Minister Mitchell and his delegation are set to conclude their week-long visit to China today. Grenada will be hosting the 41st annual conference of the diocesan clergy of the province of Castries later this month. Rena Perry-Thomas has the details in this report.
The 41st Annual Conference of Diocesan Clergy of the Province of Castries is set to take place in Grenada from January 20th to the 24th. The Province of Castries comprises Antigua, St. Kitts and Nevis, Dominica, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, and Grenada. This year's conference will convey under the theme, Transforming the Caribbean Church to Synodality. Dr. Hugh Logan, chairman of the Dionysus Clergy in Grenada, shared insight about the event.
The association here in the province of Castries was formed 41 years ago, and it came out of a situation that existed here in Grenada. It was the revolution, and the clergy serving here in the diocese were having quite a difficult time, many challenges. So some brother senior priests from St. Lucia and Dominica came here to meet with the brother priests and deacons, and that is how the association in the province of Castries was formed.
A total of 24 clergymen from across the province will join local clergy in Grenada for the week-long gathering. The conference will commence with the laying of a headstone for the late Monsignor Clive Lamontagne.
On Monday, we begin with the laying of a headstone for Monsignor Cyril Lamontagne, and he was one of our founding members of the association. So we want to, being here in Grenada, this year we want to remember him and honor him, and all the others who have served so diligently over the years and who have died. We want to remember them. Then that begins at 4:15 in the upper cemetery, and then after that we will process down to the cathedral where we'll have the opening mass.
Key highlights of the conference included a youth forum on Wednesday, January 22nd, a clergy and religious in concert on Thursday, January 23rd, and a visit to Carrico and Pitimatnik on Friday, January 24th.
So all are invited. Then on Tuesday, we'll spend practically most of the day in retreat. With us will be Sister Julie Peters, one of the sisters of the Sorrowful Mother. She's assistant to the General Superior, so she's in Rome. She's Grenadian, and she will be facilitating our retreat. The parish there is preparing to entertain the clergymen and also to get to know them and to interact with them. Then on Wednesday morning, we are going to engage the young people. We have a youth forum, and the theme is the purpose of one's life. You know, one of the questions that people ask, including our young people, why do I exist? Why?
Rena Perry-Thomas, GBN News.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Health will be hosting an important stakeholder meeting for the people of St. Andrew and surrounding parishes to discuss the holistic development of the Princess Alice Hospital. The meeting will be held on Wednesday, January 22nd from 4:30 p.m. at the Rainbow Inn in Grand Bras, St. Andrew. Policymakers hope to hear from the public about providing better services at the hospital as they discuss the way forward and plan for the future development of this important health facility. Senior Health Promotions, Communications and Public Information Officer Kevin Frederick spoke of the event.
be frank with us, tell us what's happening, and as I indicated, the goal here is for the holistic development of Princess Alice Hospital, not just as a physical structure, but most so with respect to the level of services that we intend to roll out to the public and continue to actually provide, ensuring that we do so, with pride, with dignity, with a sense of purpose, and the overall aim is to improve the delivery of healthcare services and life in general.
This initiative comes as the government of Grenada makes steps towards improving the health sector in Grenada.
And it must coincide with government's overall aim, government's overall objectives and plans for improvements of healthcare delivery throughout the entire Tri-Island state of Grenada, Carriacou, and PD Martinique. And so hence the reason why to our Minister for Health, the Honorable Philip Telesford, will be in the stakeholder. He will be there present. Likewise, his two cabinet colleagues, that is MP Delma Thomas, who is the Minister with responsibility for mental health, wellness, and religious affairs, as well as sports, and likewise Senator the Honorable Gloria Thomas.
The general public is encouraged to come out to Rainbow Inn in Grand Bras St. Andrew on January 22nd to be part of the discussions to move the healthcare sector forward. Caribbean regional integration must be treated with a sense of urgency in 2025 if the region expects to survive global challenges. This warning from veteran political scientist Dr. George Bell in an exclusive interview with the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation. Dr. Bell explained that with the current crises relating to climate, inflation, and global supply chains, the region must unite to survive. The retired dean of the Faculty of Social Sciences further explained that uncertainties at the global level, including the incoming Trump presidency, will require a united approach by the region.
The leadership people in the Caribbean are not in the best position right now outside of Barbados and Guyana. So it's not the best time to really get it going, but it's a required time to get it going, because I don't think we can miss another opportunity. We are not living in the domestic context, any revolutionary time right now. So I can't see how you could expect a revolutionary constitution to come out of a non-revolutionary time. I expect that what you can get is that you take a bold step, and then you try to identify what would be good, careful, survivable reforms.
Still to come in the news, Finance Minister gives clearance to ministries to spend just under EC $400 million in the first quarter of 2025, while Grenada awaits budget presentation. That story when we return.
Grenada is indeed beautiful and worth exploring. We firmly believe that you should be allowed to do so. Why not explore Grenada with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours? Whether you decide to explore Grenada with your family, spouse, or large group of friends, we are ready to welcome you. Our tours are guaranteed to leave you with wonderful memories of Grenada if you are visiting, and excitement if you live here. Book a tour with us now by visiting our website www.jamessvcs.com. Call 1473-442-3769 or email info@jamessvcs.com. James Services Corp Off-Road Tours.
I am Dennis James Williams, owner and director of James Services Corp. Looking forward to welcoming you to the beautiful island of Grenada to explore with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours. See you soon.
Explore our beautiful island of Grenada from an angle that is unique and off-road, but equally fun. We are 100% family-friendly tours.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians. From wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot-type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up, several notches. But the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Welcome back. Though the budget for 2025 was not approved by the Houses of Parliament ahead of the start of the fiscal year on January 1st, 2025, Finance Minister Dennis Cornwall is giving assurances that the government has the ability to function. In October, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell attributed postponement of the budget presentation to the first quarter of 2025 to significant disruptions caused by the passage of Hurricane Beryl. Cornwall, during an interview on Heartbeat, a talk show hosted by Terence Forrester, Assistant Public Relations Officer for the ruling National Democratic Congress, said the EC $400 million will be used during the first quarter of 2025.
Only Thursday and Friday gone. I signed off on the general warrant that gives the ministries and departments the okay to spend for the first quarter of 2025. The amount is just under $400 million, because it takes a 3-month period for all the ministries and departments. There is provision for recurrent revenue as well as ongoing capital projects and so on. During that time, we'll basically prepare the budget speech, and read the budget in the first quarter of 2025.
He explained that the late presentation of the budget is not due to a lack of money. Section 5 of the Public Finance Management Act describes the fiscal year for Grenada as the period January 1st to December 31st, while Section 15 instructs that the Finance Minister shall submit to the Standing Committee on Finance at least 2 months before the end of the fiscal year the annual estimates of the government for the following fiscal year, even if there is a presentation of the budget within the fiscal year. This means that although the presentation will be done within the first quarter, members of the Finance Committee, comprising all elected members of Parliament, must approve it 2 months before its presentation. However, they are yet to see a draft or the budget breakdown for 2025. Prime Minister Mitchell said during a recent Beyond the Headlines program that the 2025 budget will be presented in late February or early March. Grenada is hoping to collect 10,000 tons of sargassum seaweed in 2026 to feed into a productive value chain which can contribute to the environmental sustainability, social well-being and economic growth of Grenada and ultimately the region. This collection is anticipated to be the outcome of a project developed after the island hosted the second Global Gateway EU Sargassum Conference in October 2024 and the first Grenada EU Task Force on Sargassum held on 4th December 2024. A notice published on the government's procurement website is inviting companies to submit comprehensive cost proposals outlining innovative and practical strategies to building a sustainable value chain for the sargassum seaweed. The deadline is January 25th. The purpose of the expression of interest notice is to gather preliminary ideas and information on potential solutions and strategies for sargassum seaweed, which has been affecting the island since 2011. It is a non-binding request designed to assess the range of possibilities available. Following this stage, the government will explore next steps. The notice said, as a guiding approach, Grenada has committed itself to be in a position to sustainably collect 10,000 tons of sargassum seaweed in 2026 in order to feed into productive value chains. Submissions should address forecasting and monitoring, including early detection, tracking and forecasting, as well as contention and collection, including cost-effective and environmentally sensitive techniques. Blooms of sargassum transported into the Caribbean Sea by currents have been increasing in frequency and intensity since 2011. It is heaviest during the period April to August. Stay with us. Sports is up next.
It happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep. Including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Classic Lighting Caribbean presents Everything Solar and LED, a classic trade show, January 31st to February 2nd, Grenada Trade Center, from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Come experience solar energy at its best through a range of solar-powered products, including solar multicolored floodlights, solar vision floodlights, all-in-one street lights, 3,000 watts portable hybrid generators, solar portable power packs, 48-volt batteries, and 6.3 kilowatt inverters and more. And introducing our newest solar air condition units. Lower your energy cost with our range of solar products. Be part of Everything Solar and LED Trade Show, January 31st to February 2nd, Grenada Trade Center, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Classic Lighting Caribbean, lighting up our lives.
so it begins. A journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Good evening, sporting fans. Triple strike put West Indies in the driver's seat early in Multan before half centuries from Asad Shakil and Mohammad Rizwan wrestled momentum back for Pakistan at stumps on surface tailor-made for spin. It was the first fast bowler who proved the pick of the bunch, exploiting pace and slight seam movement to send debutant Mohammad Hurera and Kamran Ghulam and Baba Azam back for single figures. Pakistan had at that point been reduced to 46 for 4, with West Indies looming ominously over the tail. But a gritty, unbeaten 97-run rearguard for the fifth wicket from Rizwan and Shakil thwarted the visitors for the rest of the day to ensure Pakistan would end the day with a semblance of control. There remained plenty for the visitors to get excited about. A number of balls beat the outside edge by a whisker, and Shakil popped one up dangerously close to short mid-wicket, just shy of a half century. But when he got there and Rizwan followed up soon after, the milestones were both well-deserved. By now, the light had been deteriorating consistently, and midway through Craig Brathwaite's first over, the light meter came out, and the players went off on 143 for 4. Under-19 women's captain Samara Ramnath has made her intentions clear ahead of her team's campaign at the ICC Under-19 Women's T20 World Cup, as she sets a bold tone for how they aim to play in Malaysia. Ramnath's side, drawn in Group A, is set to open their account on Sunday against defending champions India, with action against Sri Lanka and host Malaysia to follow on January 21st and 23rd respectively. The Caribbean side has so far contested 2 warm-up games in which they bettered Nepal by 9 runs, but faced a reality check against New Zealand in a massive 79-run loss. It is with that in mind that Ramnath has called for her team to be fearless, while also finding ways to improve their game as they seek to surpass their Super 6 accomplishment from the 2023 edition. The 17-year-old's comments came during the highly anticipated Captain's Day, where leaders from the 16 competing teams gathered to celebrate the tournament's kickoff and reflect on their aspirations for the global showpiece. The tournament, set to bowl off on Saturday, will see teams from 5 continents in action, marking a milestone in international women's cricket. The excitement among the captains was palpable, with many describing the opportunity as a dream come true. Still with cricket, Caribbean Premier League CPL will take place from August 14th to September 21st. This window has been agreed between the CPL and the Cricket West Indies, and once again there will be no clash with West Indies international matches. The 6 teams taking part in the 2025 season will be Antigua and Barbuda Falcons, Barbados Royals, Guyana Amazon Warriors, St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, St. Lucia Kings, and Trinbago Knight Riders. The teams will compete across 34 matches to decide who will claim the 2025 CPL title. The St. Lucia Kings won their first title in 2024, defeating the Guyana Amazon Warriors in the final. That was sports. Stay with us for a look at your regional and international news. In the region, the Pan-American Health Organization, PAHO, says Caribbean countries will have access to the 20-valent pneumococcal conjugate vaccine, PCV20, which will help reduce the burden of pneumococcal diseases, offering greater protection for vulnerable populations, including children and the elderly. PAHO said that together with the government of Argentina, Pfizer, and the pharmaceutical company Synergerm Biotech, a joint effort has been made to facilitate local production and regional access to the vaccine. PAHO Director Yarbus Barbosa said, through this initiative, countries across the region of the Americas will be able to access vaccine doses through its revolving fund for access to vaccines, ensuring more rapid rollout of the vaccine at competitive prices. Vaccine PCV10 and PCV13 have had a positive impact on the health of children in Latin America and the Caribbean. Estimates from a 2016 study on the global burden of lower respiratory tract infections showed that following the introduction of these vaccines, cases of invasive pneumococcal diseases, or IPD, in children under the age of 5 years caused by the vaccine-covered serotypes were significantly reduced. However, PAHO said an increase in infections caused by other non-vaccine covered serotypes was observed. A TikTok ban in the U.S. is set to go ahead on Sunday after the Supreme Court rejected an appeal, ruling that the law passed by Congress asking the app's Chinese owner to sell its stake did not violate free speech rights. The legal drama stems from the U.S. government's national security concerns and TikTok's ties to China. Last year, ByteDance was ordered to sell the app to a U.S. buyer, or it would be banned on January 19th. That sale has not yet happened. More in this report.
It's not a surprising ruling. The U.S. Supreme Court had indicated that it was likely to uphold this legislation. Now, it was signed by President Biden last year, and it was a bipartisan law. So it was as bipartisan as you can get when it comes to modern-day Washington. And as you mentioned there, if it will go into effect on Sunday. Now, just to sort of, say, what does a ban mean? So if you have TikTok, it doesn't mean you're suddenly going to be arrested from Sunday if you're using it. If you already have TikTok as a user, remember there's 170 million people in this country who use TikTok, the app will not be available to you on these platforms like Apple and Google and so forth. So you won't be able to update it, or any of the kind of security updates. The app can get buggy and what have you. You won't be able to update it, and eventually, the view is that it probably could get killed off. If you haven't got TikTok, then it won't be available to you to download. And basically, the heart of the battle has been this whole argument about free speech and whether or not, this is TikTok's argument, this should be allowed. But lawmakers say this is about national security. Now, it's worth mentioning that President Biden has left it to Donald Trump's administration to implement this law. But Donald Trump, who was the first person to actually talk about wanting to ban TikTok, has now done a U-turn on it because it was very successful for him in the presidential campaign. And he has said that he wants to save TikTok. Exactly how he'll do that, we don't.
Further afield, Imran Khan has been jailed. Former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan has been sentenced to 14 years in prison over a corruption case and the latest of a series of charges laid against him. It is the longest valid jail sentence the cricket star turned politician, who has been detained since August 2023, has received. He has faced charges in over 100 cases, ranging from leaking state secrets to selling state gifts, all of which he has denounced as politically motivated. The latest case has been described by Pakistani authorities as the largest the country has seen.
Well, Regini, they were indicted nearly a year ago now, back in February, and that was shortly after the national elections here in Pakistan. And this verdict has actually been postponed 3 times, but we do now have a sentence. Now, prosecutors had alleged that hundreds of hectares worth of land had been donated to the Al-Qadir Trust, an organization that only had 2 main trustees, Imran Khan and his wife, Bushra Bibi. And now the court has found in favor of the main allegation that this was a bribe. In return, Imran Khan has been found to have assisted a business tycoon here in Pakistan, Malik Riaz, in settling a fine that his company had in front of the Supreme Court. Now, Mr. Khan's lawyer has insisted that not a single penny has gone into the pockets of the accused. And of course, Mr. Khan, as you mentioned, has said that all charges against him have been politically motivated. The backdrop to all of this are talks between Imran Khan's party, the PTI party, and the government. And the main demand that his party has is that they release Imran Khan and anyone else that they are calling political prisoners. Of course, today this sentence is 14 years for Imran Khan, as well as a fine, and 7 years for Bushra Bibi. So, of course, it is a setback if he was hoping for some form of early release.
That was your regional and international news. Stay with us for a recap of the headlines. Recapping the headlines, the Royal Grenada Police Force said permission will be granted for amplified sounds on Independence Day. JetBlue flight from Grenada was among several affected due to SpaceX's Starship's failed test flight. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell awarded honorary professorship by Ningbo University of Technology. In the region, Caribbean countries to have access to 20-valent pneumococcal conjugate vaccine. Internationally, TikTok faces ban in US by Sunday after Supreme Court rejects appeal. And in sports, Wendy struck early on day one before surrendering the momentum. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I am Beverly Telesford. That's the news. We'll see you again. Good night.